So in this section we'll have a look at the focusing on the Canon 650D, how that works. Okay, we'll have a look at focus now in live view on the Canon 650D. It's in movie mode at the moment, you can see that at the top, but it's the same in live view for photographs as well. It's the same features on it. And to have a look at the focus, where you set the focus here, if you go to two places, one place if you go to the menu at the top, and you can see there on the options there is AF method. If I touch that there, you can see you've got face plus tracking, Flexizone multi and Flexizone single. Those are the three AF method of autofocus method gives you in live view. I'll just press the shutter, half press shutter button to come out of that screen. So having a look at it now, you can see it's also trying to do a continuous focus as well, and if I press there or there, you can actually use a touch screen. Now I'm going to set this also, there's the other way of setting the focus is with the Q button here, and you get option there, your quick menu options, and the top left is autofocus, and it's set at the moment for this single point autofocus, single point. I'm going to choose the AF face mode and tracking mode there. The camera will focus on faces or on subjects by touch, so let's have a look at that one. And you can see immediately it finds Kate's face there. The two arrows indicate next to it indicate that there are other faces in the picture it can find, and you can use these arrow keys here to swap between them. I'll swap back to hers, swap back to William's there. Anything that's not a face, you can also, if you want to focus on that instead, you can just touch the screen there, and you can see that it's touching on the clock in the background. I'll switch this on so you can see the effect. So if I put on the face there and use the arrow to go back to William, back to Kate, and if I want to focus on an object, not the faces there, for example the clock in the background, I can touch on that, or on the statue here, and I'll just stand in the picture now, and you'll see how it will try and detect my face, and I'll just put it on her face for a minute, and it will actually move and try to focus as I move. Let's get Kate out of the way. So it's trying to focus continuously on me now as I move. So you can see there the autofocus tracking is a useful feature. It's a little bit slow probably, and you need to get the best use of that. You probably need the stepper motor lens, the 18-135 stepper motor lens that comes bundled with the 650D. Just note this servo AF button on movie mode, you have a similar thing in photographic mode as well. If you press that there, it will stop trying to automatically focus. You can still do a manual, try and do a manual focus on stuff, but it's not going to pick up the focus. You've then got to manually half press the shutter button there to effect a focus. Put it back on again, you can see there it'll do it automatically. If you don't like it on, just press that again. If I can then manually affect my focus. So I'm going to leave it on there. So it can be aggravating. If you're going to be doing a lot of movies, for example, you're probably not going to want this feature if you're doing serious kind of movies, because you want to control your focus all the time. But I guess for family and stuff like that, you want to have more like a camcorder effect, that children particularly running in and out, you want to try and capture them, then it's probably the way to go. Look now at the next one, which is this one, Flexizone Multi. Let's have a look at what that does. Again, the servo AF will continuously try to find focus all the time on areas, and you might be able to see there in the screen there's kind of a square around the screen. If I press on William's face there, it's trying to do an automatic focus on a number of points there in the picture, and I haven't found it to be extremely fast. It's quite, because it's trying to find different focus points everywhere, and you don't know quite where it's going to end up focusing. You can see there it's quite slow, still trying to focus there. So if I take it out of servo mode and try and do the same thing, you see I can then try and focus on an area by half pressing the shutter button, And you see there, it found that. Right, press on his face there. Found that, as you see. Do something there. So I found several points there. I'll try and take that picture. So in my opinion, the multi-focus flexi thing is a little bit slow, especially in live view. And the one you should probably use, if I go back into Q button there, is this one, AF Flexizone Single. It just gives you much more accuracy in where you want to focus. So while it's in this servo mode, it'll try and focus automatically. So if I put it on William's face there, it'll focus on his face. If I put it on, I'll put Kate's face in the middle. If I put Kate's face in the front there, you can see I can focus on that, or on the statue there. So that's a bit quicker. Probably a little bit better again if you switch off the servo bit and you can just do a manual focus. See there. Similarly, you're just more in control of the focusing. And so just make sure when you're doing your autofocusing that on your lens, this button here, autofocus and manual focus, is set to autofocus if you want autofocus to be set. Otherwise you want manual focus, and we'll have a look at that now. Use the just switch it to MF manual focus mode on the lens. So you can use the focus ring on the lens there to move in and out of focus manually. And so let's say I want to focus on the background there. For example, the clock in the background. Now I think I focused. It's very hard to see in manual mode whether you have focus or not. So one thing you can do, let's come out of this movie shooting there, is simply you can press the set button here. You get this white square appears. Move it over or touch it over the area you want to check if we've got focus, and then use the zoom button here to zoom in. That's 5 times, that's 10 times. In fact, it wasn't quite focused, you can see there. And I'm going to just adjust the focus there manually again, and that looks good now. I've got that good focus. Press that zoom button once more, and now I can take the shot. You can see. I hope you found that useful. Thanks very much for watching.